Go. When you're younger, mortuaries?
Yeah. Uh, as you know, you've heard the story about Uncle Dean and Aunt Irita.
I've heard of them. What about them?
Well, he went up to Plymouth. They were in the process of divorce.
Oh.
And he would go around and work on these big dams and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And when he was gone, he'd send his money to Aunt Irita, and she'd have guys come and go.
Oh.
And,
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
yeah, and eventually he got word about it, and he and Roy, the oldest boy, laid in the weeds and watched that happen. Watched them come and go, and anyway, they because of him seeing that, they were in the process of divorce.
Yeah, bet.
And we had Floyd and sometimes Doyle at our place, the two younger ones. And they, oh, where was it? Oh, and then of course he went to Plymouth, which is north, and killed her mother first.
What's
Uncle Dean.
Dean, Uncle Dean. Yeah, okay, yeah.
And then he came back to their place and killed her and then himself. And I remember seeing the viewing. They didn't have viewings the way they do now. It was in our living room, and I was so young that I had to get up on something to see them.
They let you see them?
Yeah.
I mean, didn't they look bad?
No,
How did he kill him?
he shot him.
Oh, he did use a gun. Okay.
And anyway, back then, our front porch, they used that as a place to put the dead people. And when they did that, they had to leave someone on watch all night long.
Oh.
Because the animals would get into them.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh.
But now we have the mortuaries, and
Yeah.
it's a whole different story. But we had that front porch, and that was a place where they could put them, in the at night.
Yeah, just to keep him there until, I guess, the funeral or the burial anyway.
Yeah, which was a day or so away,
Yeah.
But I remember those things. Oh, I tell you, like I say, don't get old and rickety like me.
I feel like I'm rushing toward you as fast as I can for some reason.
When I was young, I remember walking down the street, that cement highway there in Pleasant View,
Oh, yeah.
and all of a sudden I feel, we were barefoot a lot of the time. All of a sudden I felt something. There was a snake underneath. I stepped on a snake. Oh, man. And going up the road by Uncle
Earl's?
my dad, brother's
Yeah.
farm, there was a place, a pool with water, and I guess they used to baptize there. I don't know.
Oh,
But anyway, here were all these big poplar trees all around it, and going up the street, you'd see a big snake wrapped around it.
really?
Oh yeah,
What kind of snake are we talking?
blow snakes,
Blow snakes.
and snakes cannot control their heat,
Right.
So they have to find a cool place to
Mm-hmm.
get.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I came in out of the orchard one day. We had the old blue porcelain sink. We didn't have a regular. Had to have 2x4s holding it up, and I came in and here was a snake wrapped around.
One of the legs.
We got our water. He was cooling off,
Uh,
you know. But we had a outhouse for a while, and we could not afford toilet paper.
okay.
So we used like Sears catalogs or whatever we could find that way,
Uh-huh.
and that's what we used. We dug that hole and put the house over it, and the seats, and that's what we had. Then later on we did get a, what do you call it, where the sewage went.
Yeah, I know. Septic tank, yeah, is
Yeah.
that it? Yeah.
And we had what the English call the anyway, we had a bathroom in there, and
Oh, WC, is that what you can say? A water closet? Or
water closet.
Yeah,
That's what we call them. And you just had to push a thing, and that locked the door, so to speak. You know. Just,
Oh, yeah.
and anyway, you know how the thing is on the back of the toilet?
Yeah, the tank.
It was on the top.
Yeah, yeah.
There.
Okay, I remember hearing about this, yeah.
And we had, it was way up the ceiling, and we had pull a string to flush it
Yeah, yeah.
because that gave it pressure.
Uh-huh. Or push it down and out, yeah.
Yeah. I remember only one time what did you call it?
The water closet, the septic tank.
Septic tank. We had to dig it open, you know, because it got clogged.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't have any city sewage or city water, and we had a well, is what we had.
For water.
Yeah, and the thing that was over it was about that thick, and it was 6 feet around. I'll bet it or more.
The well? The opening?
Yeah, where you covered the well, and there was a couple of things you could get a hold of and lift it up, if you could lift it up.
Yeah, yeah.
We had to get the horse, and we did have water down by our two north rooms. The one tap there, and that's where our clotheslines were. We'd hang out our clothes. And then we had water in the house, but it was all cold.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to get a warm bath, we had what was called a water jacket on the back of the stove,
Okay.
and you could turn the water in there, and if you had a good hot fire going, you could get hot water.
And you'd have to take that in, pour it into your tub.
No, you could run it right.
Oh, it had like
It
a.
ran right to the tub.
Oh, okay, okay.
They called it a water jacket. It's crazy.
That's interesting.
And so you turn the water so it'd go through there and into the tub, but we had to have a hot fire going, or you'd get hot water.
Yeah, yeah.
And anyway, I was sitting there banging the wood in the fire, trying to keep it hot, and I came up like that, and it caught my hair afire.
Oh,
And
oh.
I'm sitting there thinking, should I run? And about that time, Aunt Laura came with a dish towel and put it out
Oh, good.
over my head.
Good heavens.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do. I was just a kid.
Just fun on the farm.
Yeah. And one night I came in really late, and this is after my dad had worked at Ogden Ford South,
Uh-huh.
and he had that big red truck and a little green truck. Anyway, he had been carrying posts and stuff on there, and you know, they used to put a flag on it so people would see it. A red flag. Well, he didn't have a red flag, so he put a white flag. And here I am walking up the driveway, and I looked at that, and I thought,
Oh. Did that mean death or something?
it's a ghost.
It's
And then I said to
oh.
myself, but I don't